Hey guys, David Arroyo here, and this is the first time I do a video recording with voice commentary added. So we'll see how it goes. Um, let's just get started. Right. So what I tend to do when I paint, I always start with a loose sketch, very loose sketch on a single layer. Once that loose sketch is done, once I'm somewhat satisfied with the placement of all the items, props, characters in the image, then I tend to do a secondary sketch, a little bit more detailed sketch. Still very loose though, but it gives you a bit of a better idea of, okay, where the details are and such. Now on this particular painting, I'm gonna admit it, I should have spent more time on that secondary sketch because I wasted a lot of time fixing the proportions later on. See, I was hoping to get this painting done in 3 to 4 hours, and it ended up taking me a little bit over 6 hours. So I guess we all learn as we go. For me, that was, yeah, just a lesson for this particular painting. Right, so once I get the sketching out the way, I start coloring just like everyone else on a new layer, but I don't do it like traditional painters. Traditional painters, they tend to go from dark and work their way up to light. I just, because it's digital, anything goes. So these colored dots you see there, these are colors that I actually picked from a picture. So I looked at a reference picture of myself staring at a screen with a Wacom pen, and yeah, just color picked all the colors that I thought were going to be useful, valuable. So that would be the skin tones, the colors of the monitor, the colors of the desk, and so forth. And then I import them into a layer, or I actually place them on a layer. Once the colors are there and I've had a decent look at the picture, funny enough, I actually do not look at my reference picture that often, which I actually should do more often. Simple reason being is that I just would be a whole lot faster if I did. Now, on some works, I do tend to do that. I don't know. For this one particularly, I don't know. I just didn't. Maybe because I was painting myself and I had this feeling of like, I know what I look like, blah, blah, blah. I don't need to look at the picture. But clearly I did. Because, man, there are some moments in this painting where I really look awkward. I mean, for those that know me, I mean, right there, I just literally look like some type of fool. Uh, I'm not kidding. But anyways, as you are also seeing there, um, I ended up correcting all these little things that just made me look like, yeah, just not me. So there we go. Also, again, here with the lines that I was drawing, these ones were done on a separate layer just quickly to give me an idea of where things are. Again, instead of like looking at the picture that I have the reference image, I just tend to try to want to fix it myself. Yeah, it has advantages, I guess, but at the same time, it just, yeah, it can also make your life a whole lot more difficult. Not advised for when you've got a client. Man, if you got a client, just do whatever you need to do in order to deliver the work on time. That's simple. If that means color picking straight from your reference image and even tracing, man, who cares? The customer sure as hell does not care. The client just wants you to deliver the goods within the time frame. How you get the work done doesn't matter, as long as it's done and as long as it looks exactly the way they want it to look. So, but in this case, for learning, yeah, just that's the way I do it. Everyone has their way. But if I want to learn and I want to, and at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest. The colors don't look that off from the reference image. They're quite close. So I'm still quite satisfied with the result at the end of the day. Right. Then what else? What else can I say? Well, nothing really about this particular drawing. Just like any other drawing that you'll ever see on YouTube, it's the same thing. Just the colors and then the details, and then they go back and forth on it. Maybe what I can say more is, which would be more interesting to discuss maybe, is who I am as an artist and where I am right now. Where do I see myself at this point in time? I could, can I draw? Can I paint? Yeah, I can draw and paint. Can I do it good? I tend to believe I can. However, am I an expert? Hell no. Can I do better than what I am doing? Yeah, of course. I think every artist out there, even the best amongst us, they can always do better. And I consider myself literally a beginner. When I look at the talent that's out there, man, seriously, I'm a beginner. That's it. There is no discussing that. It's just what it is, and that's fine by me, because I'm quite happy with the results that I'm making, especially when you look at the very limited amount of time that I have. I recently became father for the second time. I've got two children, and they're both, very, very young still. So I guarantee you that eats a lot of your time, and where I used to be able, for example, to, you know, create a couple of works per maybe week or per month. Man, now I can consider myself lucky if it's one piece per month. I mean, a piece like this, man, I used to be able to do something like this if I really put my mind to it, maybe, you know, easily once a week. And that's while having a full-time job, which I still do, by the way. I still have another job, a daytime job, to pay bills and stuff like that, provide family with food, and so forth. But this right here, this is my passion, obviously. Painting, drawing, all these things. That's really what I really love to do. Actually, there's two main things that I enjoy the most. One is comic books, creating comic books, writing stories for them, which I have tons of stories that are already written. But I've never really started drawing them because I've always had this feeling that, at least up until now, that my skill just needs to improve. I mean, that feeling. I mean, artists out there, I'm sure you're gonna know what the hell I'm talking about. You have this feeling that you have this vision, right? You know exactly what you want a drawing or a painting to look like. And then you start painting it, you're full of energy, you're like, oh man, let's tackle this. And then you start painting, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute, this is not looking the way I thought it was going to. Wait, my brain was showing me something else. And that's the thing. Reason there is because, this is what I think, it's just a lack of skill, lack of understanding of how things work, how lighting works, how, anatomy, all these things. And this is where I think right now I'm still learning a lot. I wouldn't say that I suck at anatomy or lighting or all these things. No, not that much, but, I do consider myself a beginner, hands down. There's no question about it. And that's the thing. The more you know about this, the more confident you become, and that's actually the reason why I haven't really started working on my comic books in terms of illustrations. But hey, the objective is to get that done for sure, somewhere in the near future. The other thing I really like very much is concept art. I love concept art. There's some concept artists out there. Wow, man, I really admire them. One in particular, my favorite, Feng Zhu. Definitely check out this man's work, man. He's just, yeah, ridiculously skilled. So there you go. We're getting towards the end of the video. I hope you liked it. Any questions and such, just write them down, and I'll be more than happy to answer them below. Thank you very much, and take care, guys.